honestly thought we would go in, have a baby, and be home the next day. I totally took for granted having healthy babies and coming home because it just didn't work out like that. I had gone to see Dr. Bannon that morning, had my checkup. I was 37 weeks on the day. And by that afternoon, I had spiked a high blood pressure, and we called, and Dr. Bannon went ahead and had me come in. We thought that it would be a very quick delivery, being our third child, but she didn't decide to come until about 11 a.m. the next morning. They immediately took her to the nursery because she had low O2 sats and couldn't keep her blood sugar up. So that was the first 5 days of life. By the next Friday, she was 10 days old. She had been really fussy that day, and we could tell something was wrong. By, I guess, 10 p.m., she was running 103 point something fever. We went to the emergency room, and by 4 a.m., they told us they were going to have to do a spinal tap. They sent us up to PD about 4:30 a.m. and told us then that she had meningitis.
When she was diagnosed initially with meningitis is always such a scary thing. That diagnosis is made with a spinal tap. We had to go through that and have a spinal tap, and it's hard when you're doing a spinal tap on a child less than 2 weeks old. It's real frightening for both mom and dad, and it's kind of one of those things that has to be done. We got some help with some tests that subsequently showed that the cause of this meningitis was actually a kidney defect that she was born with. The way her bladder empties urine predisposed her to have a chance of having a blood infection that subsequently then caused the meningitis.
We were concerned about what we were going to do, what our plan of attack was, how we handled this. But of course the question was always, do we need to go to Cook's? Do we need to go somewhere else? Having the older girls, that was the last thing we wanted to do. We wanted to stay at home. We were thankful that through Children's Miracle Network, we were able to stay home. We took shifts with the Raft Over house next door. We were able to go and get a decent night's sleep
2 hours
every other night.
And people could come visit. We were really nervous about being lonely, and I think the visitors is what really helped us get through. People coming by every day and making sure we were okay, or that the big girls didn't need food or anything, whatever we needed, it was there. And that's because we got to stay here at United Regional.
What's amazing about her is also how well she's continued to do. After a young child with a serious infection of the central nervous system has some long-term complications sometimes. And luckily for Rilyn, she's had none of those. She is a thriving, healthy, wonderful baby that is amazing to watch her grow up. She's got a wonderful family and 2 wonderful big sisters to help take care of her, which is nice.
Well, we're home. We're a healthy 7 months old now. She's developing well. We had a checkup a month ago where her kidneys are showing no signs of damage. She's very active, very happy. She's a sweet baby. She's obviously loved by her older sisters. She's crawling. She's saying dad a lot. During our stay at United Regional, there were signs of Children's Miracle Network all over the room. You don't know if it'll ever be your turn. You hope that it's not, but when you are the one that's faced with the trials and tribulations of a medical event like E. coli bacterial meningitis, that you have the amenities that are in place through generous donations that allow you to stay home and keep your family together.
So Children's Miracle Network really saved us and saved Rilyn being able to stay here.